Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. Hope everyone is safe and healthy and working hard on your reef tanks. Well, as the title suggests, the latest miracle coral food has arrived. I know many of you have been using Red Sea A+B with good results, and you've been waiting patiently for this new Reef Energy Plus. Apparently, Red Sea has been able to combine the two solutions into one, with the ability to use it in a dosing pump, unrefrigerated and unstirred for up to 7 days. Good news, right? I don't know about you, but the prospect of having to jack with my dosing pump and clean a dosing bottle every 7 days doesn't excite me even a little bit. So I'll just dose this stuff manually every night and see how it goes. Now, I'll admit up front that I'm skeptical of any coral food in a bottle. I'm always leery of raising my phosphates and nitrates with this kind of food. But being the open-minded reefer I am, I'm willing to give this stuff a chance. The good folks at Red Sea have assured me that Reef Energy Plus will not raise the poo-poo levels in the tank or make my skimmer go nuts, and I should see impressive coral growth and color. Now, I've been perfectly happy with the results I've gotten from Reef and Reef Enhance and Brightwell's Coral Amino, so I'll need to see some magic for this to be a long-term arrangement. We'll take another look at these frags in a few weeks and see what this stuff does. So let's see what we have in the tank and get an idea of where we're starting. First up, I got this little bird's nest frag from Remy at LLAMA Corals at a frag swap here in St. Louis last month. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel at LLAMA, you really should. He's good people and he's funny, and most importantly, he knows his stuff. This SPONGEBOB CYPHASTREA also came from the frag swap in St. Louis and looks to be healthy. These corals are typically pretty fast growers, so we'll see. Now, this sweet looking cat's paw came from Holly at Cultivated Reef in Maine. If you're looking to buy coral online, or especially if you're stocking a new tank, you should check out CULTIVATEDREEF.com. Their customer service is A+, and their frags were all healthy and fat. And unlike a lot of other online coral dealers, they're reasonably priced. I'm looking forward to seeing how this stylo does in such a young tank. Now, these ACANs also came from Cultivated Reef. They have great color and wicked appetites and have been showing some nice growth since being in the tank. So I rescued this pitiful little candy cane from the dark corner of somebody's tank. It was just a small algae-covered stalk with a tiny speck of flesh, but it's really bounced back and hopefully it'll make it. Candy canes are usually pretty tough, so we'll see how it does. When I got this little branching hammer a few weeks ago, it had 3 small heads. It's already split into 4 heads, with 2 small heads pushing their way up from underneath, and it's fattened up nice. I got this from a local reef shop here in St. Louis called Gateway Aquatics. Great little shop, and they know their stuff. Under the deep blues, this hammer really looks cool. Now, this Gorgonian grows like a weed. I've already had to trim it back twice. I'm not sure why Gorgonians aren't more popular in the hobby. I think they give your reef a natural look, and I found that they are great early indicators if one of your parameters has gone off the rails. You know, it took me a while to find the right spot for this frog spawn. I moved it several times before I finally built a little pedestal for it from pieces of Stax rocks, and it's finally settled in nicely. Another great frag from Cultivated Reef. Here's an old school wall hammer. Years ago I struggled with these things. They really don't like intense lighting or direct flow, and low calcium levels seem to piss them off. This one seems happy where it's at, and I look forward to seeing what kind of growth pattern it shows on its own ledge over there. This is a classic acro. I love green slimers. Give them intense lighting and high direct flow, and they'll grow like nuts in your tank. Digis are great. Once they encrust onto the rock, their growth just takes off. This one has started to cover the disc. Make sure to give these things lots of light and lots of flow, and they should do well. Now, this Duncan has already grown 2 new heads, as Duncans will do, and it's loving life. Really nice green color on this frag. These nebulas look to be a really fast grower. The pinkish peach color on this ZOA is really intense under blues. Seems like no matter where you place this kind of pally in your tank, it stretches for light. Not sure why. It's getting plenty of par where it's at. This thing started as one sad little polyp, but it's just taken off lately. It's gone from 1 to 5 polyps, and its colors are really intense, especially under blues. Now these are my favorite ZOAS in the tank. The green centers just shimmer, and the orange skirts are really bright. They've gone from 2 small polyps to 6 in just a few weeks. Now, this is another frag I picked up from BAHAMA LLAMA. It's a nice looking, healthy little colony, but it's nameless. No one will ever be impressed with these without a cool name. So Remy, buddy, we need a name here, and it needs to be spectacular. Now I got these RASTAs from another great reef shop here in St. Louis called the Corner Reef. I swear we're so spoiled with all the local fish stores in this area. I really feel for you guys who have to drive 100 miles or more to visit a decent reef shop. Now RASTAs haven't been a particularly fast grower for me in the past, but these have grown wild. You can't really see the other side, but these have 7 polyps now, grown from 2 small polyps in a short time. Great colors too. These King Midas ZOAS are really cool. They're one of the few corals that have a really intense gold color to them. They really shine when they take over a whole rock. They're crazy fast growers too. So I'm going to track the progress of these frags and see if the Reef Energy Plus does what they say it'll do. The only thing I can tell you about it after the first week is that the feeding response, especially from the ACANs and other stony corals, is impressive. And it turns your water a really cool shade of Mountain Dew green for a while after you dose it. Well, I hope you'll follow along and find out if this stuff works. If you found any of this interesting or useful, just hit the subscribe button and smash the bell for updates. And until next time, stay safe and check on your people. And be nice to each other out there. And definitely try to have some fun with this reefing thing while we can't get out and about.